I'm building the highest possible way of living, the highest possible quality way of life, and becoming the best version of myself. Because back when I was going through a lot in my past, I didn't know that was even possible. I didn't even know that this was all possible for myself. So creating a vision for my life, I had no clue what I wanted to go through, and I was so arrogant to the things that I was going through in my life. I had no clue the person I wanted to create for myself. So developing a purpose was so important. Understanding that everything in life is energy. Understanding that the energy that we carry in this life is so important, and it's all about thoughts that we have that are in our brain and the way that we look at ourselves, our self-image. It all plays a part into the energy that we go about life with. The mindset that we have is so important to creating an important life for ourselves, a quality way of living, because that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants a quality lifestyle. Everybody wants the money. Everybody wants to go all these places, to travel, to have an abundance of money, relationships, to have great habits. But it's all about the work that you're putting in to make that happen. If you're not putting in that work to make it happen, you're not going to see it, because you can have all these wants in your life, but if you're not putting in action compounded with consistency and discipline, it's not going to happen. Developing a purpose is so important. Overcoming depression, I had to implement great habits for my life to match the person that I want to become, because obviously I was not living in correspondence with the things that I want in my life. I was always out late night, and still obviously right now I'm not perfect, like everything is an evolution, especially with my story. An evolution, every single day we're getting better. It's 1% better every single day, and having a drive to do that, to having an ambition to keep going. I chose to not keep living a life of average. I didn't want to live a life of average. I wanted to live a life of greatness. It takes having courage to go out there, even when nobody else is watching you, to keep taking the action, to keep being on the path that you're on, to keep having the high belief within yourself, even when people are talking bad about you. When you're doubting yourself, because you're going to have doubt along this journey, you have to have this high belief within yourself. And if you don't have an innate purpose within this life, you're going to fall off the path to greatness. Because if you really want to create greatness, you're going to have to stay on the path. What's my story? Thought I was going to the military. I never saw I was going to the military. My story? What do you mean by that? Elaborate. Back to that, what up, Salvador? My God. I want to say everything in life is energy. Even with fighting, even with relationships, interacting with people, whoever has the highest energy will yield the most attention. So you want to be the most attractive within interacting with other people. Being assertive has helped me a ton with just the character that I was, because I used to be so introverted, but now I'm developing this character that I'm extroverted. I'm able to be outgoing with people. I'm able to control conversations, to be able to attract other people, to create attention, to have high energy. My glasses, I don't have them on. Those are the ones for reading. We got a video dropping at 9 tonight. It's about overcoming setbacks and failures. I just talk about the mindset of overcoming failures in your life and not succumbing to the life of average, even when you are getting beaten down by the things that happen to you in this life, the external things. You want to control what you can, because you can't always control the things that are happening to you in this life, and for those things, you have to have the right mindset about it, because you have to know how to control yourself, to control your mind, to control the attitude that you have in this life. You have to be able to control the way that you look at yourself in times of adversity, because that's the most important time to overcome the things that are in your life, to have high affirmations, to look at yourself in a better light. What made me change my mindset? I talk about it a ton on my YouTube. I come from not a big place. I didn't really have much. I had a low self-image, and I had a bad association. I had a terrible mindset. I was just in a terrible place in this life. So what made me change my mindset was hitting rock bottom in life, understanding the potential that I could have in myself, and understanding the life that I can create for myself. Once I figured out that vision, like I was talking about earlier, life changed. I took the decision that I did not want to live the life of average, and I wanted to keep creating a life of greatness, to keep becoming a great individual with myself, to keep building a quality existence. And when I figured out this vision of who I wanted myself to be, I couldn't go back. I couldn't go back within the actions that I was taking. And even when I'm taking average actions, there's still that itch in me to know that I can be better, that knows my potential because of everything that I've ever overcame in my life. That's why it's so important to be aware of everything that you've overcame in this life, to know strengths that you have, to be your own best friend, to be by your side when everything's going wrong. I hope this helped. The hardest obstacle that I overcame was definitely self-image and depression and anxiety. It was a big one too. I mean, just the journey of overcoming that, it takes time. Nothing great in life comes easy. That journey was definitely not easy. Time was essential, and that's why I'm able to tell people, because I truly didn't believe that my depression was ever going to get better. So now I'm able to truly tell people that, because every single day is a blessing for me, and I'm able to change my perspective and to love life. After everything I went through, I'm able to tell people that life truly does get better. You're not going to stay depressed forever, but it's a choice, and that you have to make the decision to become better and to take the actions to get a better life and to implement a better life, to create a better character for yourself, to have a better association around you, to have better input into your mindset, to have a better vision for your life, to start speaking to yourself in a better way, because that's very important. Yeah, I had terrible anxiety. I could barely speak in front of other people. I could barely do presentations. I would start sweating and stuttering. I would always overthink and tell myself, oh, these people, I'm so bad or terrible and whatever, this, that. But I think it's very important to be open about mental health. I think it doesn't get touched on nearly enough, and I think it's not okay. That's why I try aiming towards that and helping people who have suffered within those lines in life, because I know it's not easy. Because not a lot of people who are depressed know that there's a better life out there for themselves, or that they can create it for themselves. Not a lot of people know or have the belief within themselves that they can have something different. And that's why I try helping people to know that you can create something better for yourself. You can create a better life for yourself. You can do and accomplish everything that you've ever wanted to, starting with the beliefs that you have and the attitude and the mindset that you have. It's all about the mindset that you have in this life. And that is the number one thing that's helped me overcome the depression that I did go through a couple years back. Hope you guys have a good night. This was good.